Hello all and welcome back. So in this video, let's continue our discussion on solving searching algorithm using recursion, and now let's discuss about binary search. In the last video, we covered linear search in depth and how to do it using recursion. The same we are going to do for binary search. First, we will recall what it was because we have already done it using iteration, and then write a recursive code for the same. So let's get started. Binary search, as we have already seen, here we used to do the searching, but there was a very important prerequisite that our list or our array was sorted, right? I explained you the same using a very intuitive example of if, let's say, multiple students are standing in a field or in a ground, and now you need to actually find, let's say, your friend in this particular ground, and say you go to the middle person, okay? You go to the person who is standing at the middle. Now you know that they are all sorted with the height in increasing order, right? You know that they are all sorted in the height in increasing order, and say you also know that your friend is having the height which is greater than the person who is at the middle. Then of course you're not gonna actually look back to the first half, right? You're not gonna look back at the first half, and you can be sure that your friend is actually in the second half. Thus, at each and every step, we are eliminating the half of an array, right? So with that in mind, binary search code can of course be written, and we did the same for iteration beautifully. Now let us write the same for recursion. So the step in binary search used to be where, one second, let me just find this middle property. Great everyone. So the step in binary search was to first find the middle, which we used to calculate using this formula. Now I explain you specifically that why we used to do it using this formula. Though in Python that is not a problem, but again I want to make sure that you are understanding each and everything. And even if you have to tomorrow work in some other language, you are good in that. Okay, so that's why I explained you that in some code you can find this formula instead of normal e plus s by 2. But yes, we will be using this only. Now once we have actually found, founded this middle, we used to then update our start or end, right? But let us see how the same is gonna get transformed into recursion. So first let me define the function. Let me define the function definition. So binary search using recursion, and see what we are gonna get. We are gonna get an array or list and an element which we have to find. And let us actually take the same thing. Let us take this same example. Okay, no, we will have to actually take a sorted array this time. So let us make one of the example, right? 7 and 8, and say we are also finding 5 for the time being. Okay, so yeah, this should return the answer and we should be good to print it directly. Okay, so whatever is going to get returned, instead of catching it, I'm just printing it directly. So now let us focus that, okay, how we are going to do it if we are going to do it using recursion. Okay, so as I've told you, the way to think about any recursive problem is if we can divide our problem in a same and smaller input, right? So same problem but with smaller input. And I personally believe that yes, binary search is one such problem which can be defined, which can actually be divided like that, right? So let us see how this can be divided. Initially when I'm asking you to find the element, I am asking you to start from 0 and end at length minus 1, right? And end at length minus 1. Now, once you have actually found your middle, and let's say we are saying that our element seems to be somewhere here, what we used to do was change our end to m minus 1, right? To achieve the same using recursion, we actually have to make sure that in our recursive call or in our recursive function, we are able to somehow communicate to our function the boundaries in which we are looking for our number, right? Now, if you will remember, when I introduced the recursion in arrays to you in the last module, I explained that how problems can be actually divided like this as well. So our whole aim will actually become something like this. Let's say as of now, we find that this is where our number is gonna be. So I defined one new end here, right? Now let's say when I find that, okay, this is going to be my middle. So let's say this is going to be my middle, okay? And I found that, okay, now this particular element, okay, this is going to be here somewhere. So I have to change my start this time. So my start is going to become something like this. Now, if you will pay attention here, everyone, you will find that we have divided our problem, right?